want your money, get your ass off the block. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm a rider by the flows that I'm providing. Sliding slow with open tires round the corner, coasting by you. Flyer thing you ever seen, your desire in your dream. Let the fire take you higher, I admire getting green, sitting clean. Hustle harder till I make it. If my daughter's sitting naked, fuck you starving.
Welcome. Triple A Sports. What's up, brothers?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, man. Living, thriving, surviving, hustling, grinding. In the words of E40 time. Yo, welcome to the Triple A Podcast, Sports Podcast. I am Black V, a.k.a. Jay Harris. That is Carlos Reggie, a.k.a. the one who has TikTok and all these other platforms all shook up and is not only taking the internet by storm, but the world doing his thing on this podcast. Shout out your podcast that you do, Reggie, real quick.
Thank you. It's Faith, Lies, and Confusion. It's every Sunday around church time. Sometimes it's a little late, between 11 and 12:15 every Sunday Eastern Standard Time. I haven't came up with a topic yet for this week's show, but within the next 48 hours, I will.
Sweet. And that right there is C5, the extraordinary, amazing, not only producer, but also just amazing writer, artist, engineer, and so much more. What's up, C5?
What's up, y'all? How you guys doing today?
Good. How you
doing? Good, bro.
Man. Feeling ready.
Amen. And then we got the Church League GOAT, the one, the only, the Terrell. This man is like, bro, you got your rap. They're going to have to put your Raptors in every fucking church in the nation, bro.
I'm royalty, man. I'm royalty.
Man,
I'm royalty in that league.
Bro, listen, bro. I told you before. I said, how you let Bishop Thomas be leading the league in steals right now? That brother got a pacemaker, bro. You got to step your game up.
Hey, I'm royalty in that league, man. I'm hoping Pastor T.D. Jakes don't enter the league, though. I heard he get the rebounds, man.
Oh, bro, he looked like he get the rebounds. He looked like he fresh off of a Diddy party.
They said if I want to keep my steal, I want to keep my you know what I'm saying, my record for the steals, keep Kirk Franklin out the league.
He do get the rebounds. He got the hips for it. He boxing you out every time.
Every time. You have to go hard to go home, brother. Go hard to go home. So with that, also we got Big Chicken in the background, doing what he do best. So let's go ahead and jump off with college football.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
This that make it go dumb shit. Walk up on them and I ask them where you from, bitch. Yeah, this that make it go dumb shit. Boy, I go and pop the trunk.
So let's talk about it first. College football rankings came out, and we got. I'm gonna let Big Chicken go ahead and rank off at least the top 12 because that's all we really give a damn about.
For the top 12, you have Oregon, number 1, number 2, Ohio State, number 3, Texas, number 4, Penn State, number 5, Indiana, number 6, BYU, number 7, Tennessee, number 8, Notre Dame, number 9, Miami, number 10, Alabama, number 11, Ole Miss, and number 12, Georgia.
Man, this list looks almost quite similar to somebody else's list. Just a little bit of a change on one thing, but quite similar to somebody else's list. But I dig it. Anybody got any complaints?
It's fair. It's
flat out
fucking fair. It's flat out fucking fair. And especially the Miami one. I think the Miami spot is perfect for them because
Penn State different on my list.
Because the way that they lost last week, that's a good spot for them. You can't take nothing away from Indiana. They're undefeated. You can't say nothing about BYU. 1, 2, and 3 are perfect. We can debate about Penn State, even though that's
I got Penn State third on mine.
That's a debate too, but I would probably
that Ohio State loss is better than the Texas loss to me. Even though they ain't playing nobody either, but still.
That's true. But Indiana is undefeated. Come Saturday, they're not going to be undefeated. but they would be undefeated. So I could see some controversy right there. But other than that, I feel like it's fair.
I rock with it.
Yeah, it's not bad, honestly.
I rock with it.
Boise State, you know what I'm saying? They didn't play. They got that one loss, and they didn't play nobody really to where you can move them in front of the Georgias, Ole Miss, Bamas, and all them. So it makes sense.
Fair enough. Fair
It sure
enough.
does. If I was Colorado, I would cry a little bit.
Wow.
Just a little bit.
That Nebraska
I would
loss
think
hurt
I would
them
be
though.
top 15
Like, wait.
if I'm Colorado, I would think. Yeah, it did, but I still would cry for a top 15 if I'm them.
You think it's too?
Anybody got any issues with anything in the background with any of these teams further back? I'm trying to think. SMU is probably
I'm tired of these SEC schools, man, staying up in there though, man. They got 8-9 teams for no reason, just to say they rank.
Just say they rank, so they can justify
when they
the
play
loss
them,
of
like, we play 8 ranked teams. Like, come on, man. Missouri, they trash.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, they play hard sometimes, but then man, come on, man, they tripping.
Yeah, they're shaky.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Nobody in the Big Ten besides the ones they got in there deserve it though. So I ain't, they got the Big Ten. The teams after these teams trash in the Big Ten too. Besides the ones that's on this list.
Hey man, you know what they be saying? If the Big Ten had a little bit more brass or braggadocious, or better yet, if ESPN was paying for the Big Ten and they were covering them and whatnot, they were a Big Ten. If Big Ten was part of ESPN deal, they'd be like, "Oh, this is what we talk about."
Oh, yeah, you can tell, man. You can tell the bias with the SEC with ESPN. They don't even hide it no more, man.
Right.
Like no matter if it's Vanderbilt, no matter who the last team is in the SEC, they can lose to other teams outside the conference. But when they play Bama, them and hang in Georgia, they make it a big deal. But if Ohio State hang with Purdue, it's the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do.
Wait a minute though. The Big Ten got the teams this year though.
It's not
the Big Ten.
Right.
Listen, it's not the Big Ten fault.
Illinois, I forgot about Illinois. Illinois ain't one. You know what I'm saying? They ain't in there. But
wait a minute. What about USC? I mean, even listen, USC trash. They trash, but they got a big enough name to bring money. It's not the rest of the conference fault that they fell off. Let's say, for instance, if USC right now say they was about 9-1, right? They would be in the top 10.
They would.
They would be in the top 10.
Name alone, name alone, they'd be up there.
Yeah, but I see y'all point that the SEC, it is kind of biased, but I mean,
you just watch my ESPN. Even when you see, if you read the articles, man, I'd be like, it's clear today. I said, man, they silly with it, man. Like they can struggle. Like I remember when Georgia struggled. Remember a couple years ago they struggled with Kent State. I understand it happens, but man, they don't let the Big Ten. They struggle with teams in the Big Ten, and they talk stuff though. They can with any other team outside, even the SEC, and they'd make an excuse for them, like, well, they didn't come to play this week because they was looking forward to. But they looking forward to another team in their conference though. It's like any other. Like, it's I just hate it, man. The bias is so bad when it comes to ESPN.
We'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later on in the show. What we got next, Big Chicken?
Georgia.
Next up, we got SEC teams struggling and continue to hurt each other in playoff chances.
We'll continue that. I just want to make sure we was in the next segment. But as you were saying, Teran, I'm sorry about that.
No, you good.
I think, and it's not the usual argument. This doesn't feel like the usual BS when it comes to the SEC jargon that they spew. We're like, oh, they're just knocking each other off because the conference overall is so good. We all got a chance to watch these guys play, and we looked at Alabama, and this ain't the Alabama we're used to seeing, the way that they would dominate and the way that they feel like they have things together. They still have some supreme talent on that roster, and it shows with Ryan Williams saving them in numerous games. But you watch Georgia, and this dude, the quarterback, man, he went from being like the darling of the league and the best quarterback in the SEC to now most games he's a liability. Texas is pretenders. they're typical Texas or how Oklahoma will look a lot of times, and they play a good team or a big time team. They just don't show up to me when I watch Texas. I mean, they're what their key big win that everybody gives them credit for, where they look good, and the only win that mattered was what Michigan, and we see who Michigan really is.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. Was Michigan was their only win for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just, no disrespect to anybody that's an SEC fan. Them days of everybody just running along with the notion that that's just the best conference overall. They may have had the best top 2 or top 3 teams, or some of the best top 3 teams in college football. In most cases, top 2, but the conference as a whole, man, nobody's buying in that mess, man. And I never believed in that notion that it was just they're just the best conference. They may have had the best 2 teams at any given time, Georgia and Bama, and a lot of times it was Bama held down the conference majority of the damn time. And every now and then LSU will look good, and every now and then Georgia will always come in ranked and never do nothing. Ole Miss does the same thing every year. Come in ranked high, get like 3 or 4 losses, and then the next season they rank them high again to do the same damn thing again. So, what are we doing here? And I'm not. And if so far the Big Ten is they don't get that hype nor that thing. So when these teams make it, like Indiana earned where they at right now. Nobody gave them no preseason hype. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like they just flocked to where they at. Now have they won how they're supposed? They won and blew out the teams they need to blow out, and teams that we thought would give them trouble because of bigger name brands like Michigan gave them trouble, but they still found a way to win. They remind me of my Florida State team. We may not be the most talented team, but we kept finding ways to win last season. We went 12-0.
I looked at Indiana's schedule. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but they didn't avoid it playing Penn State.
Yep.
Oregon.
Yep.
And finally Ohio State. Watch this. Come Saturday, they're going to lose by 4 touchdowns.
To who?
Ohio State.
Oh, next weekend.
Yeah, they get blew out. They're going to get exposed. They're going to get motherfucking exposed. Watch. Look who they play. You're going to be like,
You know what? Even if they get blown out by Ohio State to finish out the season with just that being their only loss, I'll rock with it. I still think they deserve to get in the playoff.
You think
if your only loss
you think they can beat Notre
Ohio
Dame?
State? You say what?
You think they can beat Notre Dame or Georgia?
Yeah, man, I think anybody capable of beating Notre Dame after that Northern Illinois loss.
Come on.
After that Northern Illinois loss, I mean, you have to be honest about it. Where like anybody can get it susceptible when it comes to Notre Dame. Anybody can walk in there with a win or with a loss against Notre Dame. We don't know who's going to show up for that.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can. No, I really don't see it.
I got to see it, man. I think Indiana is a lot better than we're giving them credit for.
They got a few
away from them.
I think they got a few weapons that they probably didn't got from the portal.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know how the fuck they got who they got, and I don't know how they've been winning, I will give them credit on that. But I'm telling you, they ain't really didn't play nobody. They didn't duck. And it's goose time when they play Ohio State. And they're going to get it.
You know, I got a feeling that it's not going to be that. Because I think Ohio State has a habit of playing down to the competition.
They're undefeated. They got motivation. They got to pulverize them. They have to.
Okay.
Because if not, they're
going to let me ask you this. So, even, let's say Indiana beats Ohio State.
Yeah.
Does that make you a believer? Or do you still feel like, they're going to go to the playoffs and get beat by somebody?
It's not going to make me a believer because I will put everything I have that they lose by at least 2 touchdowns. I will put my whole everything, the titles from my card and everything they will right now. For sure.
All right. I mean, I don't know. Big D80, welcome, bro.
Yo, salute. What's happening?
I don't know. Have you seen the college football top 25 rankings, the playoff rankings, I should say?
I didn't see Terez rankings.
Not yet. We didn't do that yet. We did with the media release, or at least the committee went got together and released the top 25, and we just talking about the top 12, and now we moved on to the fact of the SEC not being who a lot of us thought they were, but especially this season, but still getting the hype from ESPN and so forth, and making excuses more or less for them. They're still trying to push the narrative for them to be ranked where they are. Some of these teams.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, man. But to me, the bigger issue is the fact that some of those top 12 teams won't be in the 12-team playoff. And to me, that kind of wipes away a bit of the relevancy for the AP rankings in the first place. So a lot of people didn't realize that just because you're the top 12 teams in the country does not mean you're going to be one of the top 12 teams in the playoff. It's two separate things to a degree. So to me, that part was to see people shocked about that was more kind of like, oh, wow, you didn't know that? You know, that's
Boise State, they would go off rip. Boise State would be in.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people talked about them playing Ohio State.
Wait a minute, how would Boise State get in?
Because they conference, they win their conference.
They win their conference.
So it's Power 6 now.
Georgia would be out.
Okay.
Yeah, Georgia would be out.
That's why I'm asking. I really didn't know.
So wait. Colorado or Kansas State would be in. Whoever finishes, or BYU, because
BYU right now.
Yeah.
But if Tennessee still got to play Georgia though, so whoever win that win still got a chance to get in though.
So Tennessee end up with 2 losses. Georgia end up with 2 losses, but Georgia with 2 losses with a conference championship, so that would still get them in, right?
Yeah, and they got the win over Tennessee because Tennessee's 7 right now, but they play Georgia, so whoever lose that one definitely out, no matter what.
That's a fact.
What about the American Conference? Did that one count too?
Nope. But if I think who was it in the American Conference?
Boy, that would be 7, right?
What is nope. Only that Boise State, the only one. They would get in, and the rest.
Because the Pac-12.
Somebody else gonna get in too. I don't like say because after whoever went out of Georgia and them, they out. So
do you have him pull up the college playoff list?
That's what he got on the screen.
No, that's the rankings. It's not the rankings. It's the playoff list.
I mean, that's the college football playoff rankings. That's their rankings.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's the rankings after Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't really see.
Well, the way y'all saying it, the way y'all kind of, the way y'all saying that shit, I don't really see how Notre Dame can get in anyway, no matter what they do.
If they went out, they getting in.
Notre Dame's not in a conference, so they're gonna go in anyway.
They that one out. I think it's one out, and there's one out. That one out Lawrence bid that's not in there. You get one that's not in. I think, and that'd be Notre Dame.
That'd be super fucking weak.
Yeah,
that's how.
Unless they lose the Army in 2 weeks.
Ooh, they do play Army, don't they?
Man, that should be a good one, man. Hopefully, it's a good one. They had their way with Navy though, so. Navy was undefeated and got killed by Notre Dame.
Army ass out.
What I said, they blew Navy out. They might do the same.
Army ain't gonna be able to compete.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Big Chicken. What we got next, man?
If Army make it though, man, y'all should catch it. Join the service.
You silly.
If they make the playoffs, we should join the service.
Everybody here too old.
Hell yeah. Yeah, somebody else back.
Hey, bro, I'm probably going to end up being wrong.
Right, I'd be the only one.
I would probably end up being wrong with this one, but it's a lot. There's not much competition Shedeur has for the top quarterback spot in this draft. So, who knew Beck was going to be? Well, who he is, and only thing that's a threat to him is old boy from Miami. Would be
Miguel exposed you and Reggie. Okay. He exposed y'all for who y'all really is and how y'all feel about this Colorado program that Coach Prime is running. And he has made it clear and known that the hatred that Shedeur has received from y'all two has matriculated from his pop's balls. Now, because it's spread all over Shedeur, I feel that y'all owe Shedeur the same apology that you owe Coach Prime for the slander that y'all been putting down for the past 18 months. And I'm dead serious. Y'all been killing this nigga 57 times an episode until a couple months ago, which Jamar he did acquiesce, but Reggie ain't acquiesce. Reggie still hate.
I said all he had to do was win 6 games, and the program was on the rise.
That Shedeur Sanders was going to be the #1 draft pick, and you told me to kiss yo whatever's.
What?
He's
not. He's not. Oh my gosh, he is going to be the top person taken in the fucking draft, and you can't avoid it.
No, it's not.
You think he's getting taken over Travis?
You think?
Yes.
No way in any world.
I don't think so either.
Because is he putting up those same stats without Travis?
Oh gosh, man!
I think he's a top 10 pick.
Yeah, I felt he was going to go in the first round. I didn't think he was going to be like a top 3, but obviously, like I said, there's the quarterback. The overall availability or competition at the quarterback position this year in college is very slim.
Mm-hmm.
You got what, yours? Mm-hmm. And then you have the only person who will go in front of him right now is the boy from Miami.
You know they're gonna find somebody.
Nico
at the quarterback position.
You talking about Cam Ward?
Yeah.
Nah, not to me, man. Cam Ward's all right, but after watching him play Saturday, I don't want to hear shit about Cam Ward.
Man, but we got plenty of games where Shedeur, like, granted his offensive line, whatever case, but I mean, you can pull up bad footage where both of them have played some moments and whatnot. And the biggest knock on Shedeur
it's not about bad footage. To me, it's about competitive edge and will and the things that Big Chicken say Shedeur don't have. It's about those things. Because, again, I've sat here for the past 18 months and had y'all slander this man and his program and his children.
No,
oh, my gosh. Y'all did everything but talk about
I've never said nothing. I've never said nothing negative about Shedeur.
Yes, you did. You said
as far about his gameplay?
No, you said he ain't the #1 draft pick means that
he's
sucks.
not.
No, what? No, Reggie, don't feed into that. Talking about he's not the #1 draft pick. He sucks.
He's not.
Ain't nobody saying that.
He did. That's what Reggie said.
No, I didn't say he sucks. He's not the #1 draft pick.
He pushed that Travis Hunter narrative so bad, he could have had the fucking jersey.
That's still true. It's just the quarterback overall position is more valuable in the NFL, but Travis Hunter is the best player in college football right now.
Okay. That's fine. But what I'm telling you is that Shedeur Sanders is the #1 draft pick. And everybody
I don't think he's going over Cam Ward, man.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to be the #1 draft pick.
I'm not even.
I think he's going to be top 10. I think he's going to be top 10, though.
And if you talk about the competitive edge, then it goes to Cam Ward for the fact of all them victories that Miami had to come back behind from to win in the way that he had to play. And Shedeur got some moments too.
No.
But
That's not what I meant when I meant that. What I meant is
he's not going to work out good in Cleveland either.
Shedeur Sanders took last year, and he got up off every single hit multiple times a game with no offensive line putting up what he put up. Now, if I saw Cam Ward do some shit like that, then yeah. And I like Cam Ward, so I hope you guys don't think I don't like the guy.
You sound like you bashing Cam Ward, man.
No, I think he has a phenomenal talent.
You hate on him.
I think he has phenomenal talent.
I see a hater. I see a hater.
You praying on his downfall.
Why you hating on another black man? Ain't that some shit?
Wow.
That's some shit.
Ain't this so backwards? Ass backwards, man. Ass backwards.
Man, you know what?
You're a Republican, D80.
Y'all softer this Sunday, I mean, bro.
all props and respect. Come on, D80. Give it out D80 with Big Chicken. You moving on. Everybody got time for D80 slander of another black quarterback.
Wow. They made this a racist shit. Y'all silly. It's AC5 on here somewhere. Where you at, man?
Let me just look away. Act like I'm not here.
I'm not gonna tell everybody that you really voted for Trump. And in a private conversation, you call Kamala a pickaninny.
Man, you gonna get my phone lit up, bro.
Indiana keeps finding ways to win.
Even without the quarterback, because I don't know if he's back. If we could check if he's back or not. They've been balling, man.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they haven't really played anybody, but in my opinion, I like to see Big Ten schools highly ranked. Now, I know the bigger they come, the harder they fall. I get that. But I did like to see Penn State bounce back. Really, really positive. Really good to see. But I'm going to tell y'all this weekend, Coach Franklin has some shit to fucking prove. Penn State is on
Who is
a mission.
WIU? Who is WIU?
I don't know.
Western Indiana University, Illinois University.
Yeah, Western Illinois.
Okay.
The Leathernecks?
Leathernecks.
Hell, they're playing nobodies.
Did he play Did the quarterback play last week?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was out just like a game or two, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, but they won, even though they played nobody, they beat everybody how you're supposed to be when you play nobody. And we talk. And I agree that that's still with Reggie, that still is a cause for concern. I just remember when we were talking about another team that didn't play nobody, and I was like, they ain't played nobody.
It's not really their fault either. I mean, they have the last national champions on the fucking roster they had this year, but they just suck ass this year.
Because, I mean, people could say the same thing with that about Penn State. They ain't played nobody. And when they finally played somebody,
they lost.
They played Michigan. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's somebody. Or no? Or is Michigan nobody?
Not this season ain't nobody.
Oh, man, okay.
I don't know. I feel like that's a crazy take.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that too, but I'm going to keep quiet because y'all tripping on me.
You're the one that talking about we slandering Shador. Ain't nobody said
you was. Oh my gosh.
Let's not start that up again. We proved our point, Reggie. Let's take the W and run with it.
Man, oh my gosh.
Who we got next, Big Chicken?
Next up for this weekend, we got Ohio State versus Northwestern.
Dion, forgive us. We know not what we do.
Easy victory for Ohio State.
We haven't. The last couple years Ohio State has played them. It's always been tough.
I don't think we count last year though, because that was a very wasn't that a horrible weather game? Like it was just actually the worst.
Yeah, but in previous years, Big Chicken, that's always been the case with Northwestern. I even think back to the days when they had Boone Heron, like they had so much different ways to attack Ohio State because they know us so well. I don't expect any new outcome here. Ohio State is whooping that ass. It's over. But I wouldn't be shocked if Northwestern scored the first 2 touchdowns of the game.
I can see that. I just see that for some reason Ohio State plays some of these schools that they play later on in the season, and if we don't count last year with the freaky weather and everything else, the year before when C.J. Stroud struggled with the freaky, that was that windy game, and he had to run to win the game. Northwestern just always plays Ohio State tough for some reason in their little high school football stadium or if they're in a shoe.
Ouch.
Shout out to Northwestern getting a new school. I mean, getting a new stadium built. So,
I mean, they got the money.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, next we got the Buffs can make it to the playoffs if Coach Prime rights the ship.
Yeah. What are they, 7-2?
7-2. They're kind of like Indiana, no, kind of like Penn State.
I'll give it to you guys in this regard. In September, was it August? Back in August when we started doing. And Teran, why are you so quiet, man? This is weird. Back in August, when we did predictions, because I asked you guys, what did you think Colorado was going to do this year? No, of course, and I'm not saying nobody mentioned in playoffs was not as a slight to y'all, but I'm saying y'all did admit that they would have a better record than they would have last year. So I want to give y'all props on that, but y'all still some haters.
Saran, I mean, what do you feel overall? You feel when you look at Colorado, do they look like a playoff team, or do they just you feel they're playoff ready? Or
I think if they play, I know if they play Nebraska again, it'd be different. Like I know I said a lot. If they played the two teams they lost to, it'd be definitely different. But you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they probably still should only have one loss because you can take away the game that they got. They call that call, but you also can call that that Hail Mary they got. So they still will have a loss no matter what. But I guarantee if they play Nebraska again, it'd be different.
Well, I think I want to agree with you. The only thing I hold back is because the one thing that Nebraska has that all these other teams that they play don't have. Nebraska, well, yeah, but deep time. Nebraska was fucking up Ohio State's giving them trouble.
That's a fact.
And so that's the one thing Nebraska has going for themselves that's just hard to duplicate. And unfortunately, the Big 12 is back to like the Pac last year, where they struggled against some teams. And the Big 12 is we've always seen dominate. Then when they competition, so there's a chance to coach and know that with playoff team consistently because they can dominate the Big 12 because the two biggest factors that were in there to really be a challenge to them were gone.
Oh.
Every now and then, Kansas State's going to put up a fight. Every now and then, Kansas will make it feel competitive. But other than that, I mean, who are you really worried about? What BYU? But BYU is there. But so far, Coach Prom and them don't have to play BYU. They don't have to play. Was it? I don't think they have to play Kansas State.
No, they already played Kansas State. That's who they lost.
Oh, that's who they lost to, and they don't have to play Kansas, I think.
Which is good because Kansas will whoop that ass. No offense.
I don't know who they play coming up.
They play Kansas in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, okay. You have to see where they play Kansas.
That's gonna be fun to watch. That is gonna be fun because Kansas can hit, man. Them boys can hit. I'll be watching their games.
So we'll see. We'll see how the schedule. But so he's got some proving games. But what Colorado has done this season is win the games they need to win. Right. And they play Utah. What's Utah record? Did Utah suck this year?
They just played tough against BYU. 4-5 though.
Oh, they're 4-5
against BYU.
No, they should win that one. I mean, the conference overall is trash minus Kansas State and BYU.
And don't forget, and I can't remember who the guy's name is, but Deion did pull one of Coach Prime did pull one of USC's recruits. That quarterback.
Oh, the quarterback, Juju Lewis, whatever. Yeah,
and he's gonna keep sweeping their legs right out from under him, man. I'm telling you, he's coming.
He's in an easy conference, that's for damn sure.
So I mean, I'm not going. Yeah, as long as he does what he's supposed to do within an even easy conference, then you can't. I mean, you can't knock him. If it's an easy conference, then win it like it's an easy conference, and then it's not his fault who he has to play.
I just wonder what he's going to do next year. I know that. I mean, because of the teams in that conference, again, more than likely he's going to win the conference next year too. But I'm trying to figure out who he's going to get to come play there and replace.
Well, I think it's going to be a struggle next year, Reggie. I think I will give my brother props on this. Shedeur is special. Travis Hunter is special.
But he got a 5-star recruit coming up right up under Deion.
That don't mean
you're going to come the game Saturday.
Yeah, that don't mean that you're going to come in there and be Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? True. And you're not going to replace the person that is I don't care how many 5 stars you get. You're never going to replace a Travis Hunter. That's like
what about his brother coming?
Huh?
What about Travis Hunter? What about that?
He might be Marcus Vick.
Yeah.
Or he could be Bronny.
Wow. Okay, you one of them. Okay.
So shout out to Colorado, man. I had them winning 8 games.
Wow, C5 on the list. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So he's exceeding
I've been on the
my
list, bro.
expectations. So shout out to them. They righted the ship from a lot of mistakes they were making early in the season. So
They only
Coach Prime
7
has
and 2.
right.
I don't think they're gonna win more than 8 now. I still don't.
Who, Colorado?
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be tough.
I give them. I think they'll go to about 9. Maybe they might go 10. No, they'll probably go 9-3.
It's still not bad.
That's still
No, it's
not bad. Not at all.
He's did it. He's
All right.
done a good job.
Well,
With how
snap.
many number one draft picks?
Big Chicken, hold on. Don't go to
Pretty
thing
good
yet
coach
because I gotta
career so far.
upload it.
What'd you say, C5?
Said with however many number one draft picks he's making over there too, it's scaling up to be a pretty good coaching career so far.
Y'all don't think that y'all don't think that the experience of those two players comes into play? Because Shador, he's been in college football a long motherfucking time.
Yeah, he an old ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll come out. He'll go to the Dallas Cowboys.
He's only 22 years old.
I think he's only been in for 4 years.
Who? Not Shador, but Shiloh.
Now
Shador.
Shiloh old as hell.
That's funny.
Shiloh's old as hell.
That's
Shiloh's
crazy how we saying
24.
that. That's crazy how nowadays we saying that like that's a low number. Like he only been there 4 years.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
He just got his
Terrence-
education.
I mean, if
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
comparing it to like the 7 or 8 years, that's old. Now that's like okay, shit. But senior isn't that bad.
I was like, motherfucker just went and got an education. Like,
He went to class for real.
He only got a wife and kids now in the house and a mortgage.
In the NIL.
Okay, Big Chicken. Terrence top 12 is updated. It's in there.
Yeah.
Yo, you can't tell me that ain't no good list.
Yeah,
I
man.
fucks with it. I fucks with it.
It's
That's
just some.
the best
It feels
one.
right seeing Big Ten teams in there. It just feels good, man.
Cause you figure Oregon is only right. O State lost to, you know what I'm saying? That game was already somewhat like a classic. Penn State and that O State game was a banger. Of course, Indiana and BYU won defeated, but you know what I'm saying, they ain't really play nobody as far as then put them up there all like that. But Tennessee, they got some good wins. Notre Dame honestly got some good wins. That Texas A&M and Navy that was undefeated. Miami, that loss was just, they got to move back kind of far because that loss was crazy. Because Miami was doing all right, but that loss was kind of crazy.
Yeah, losing to Georgia Tech like that was shocking.
Bama got some better wins than Ole Miss, but you can flip that either way it go. Bama and Ole Miss. Georgia, Boise State ain't play nobody, even though they got one loss. So I mean, that's the list right there.
You know who's in the best position though, especially for what overall? Miami. Think about it. All they got to do is just win their conference. All they got to do is win that easy ass.
They don't play Clemson, do they? No, they got Wake Forest and Syracuse left. God dang.
Man, that shit's
Conference championship. They got conference championship game.
Who they gonna play?
It's gonna probably be
who they gonna play? Man, who is they gonna play?
They might fuck around to play Clemson, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Clemson. They gonna play SMU.
SMU, yeah, SMU's
SMU is in ACC.
Yeah.
But if they can win the rest of their games, win out by the time the
SMU
playoffs
got
start, they
Boston
gotta
College. I think that's gonna Virginia, California. Them ain't gonna be no easy games for SMU unless they legit.
they
And
got
they loss was a good loss. It was the BYU. Dang, I ain't know that.
If Miami went out, they're gonna have to be like the 1, 2, or 3 seed, right?
We're slipping on SMU though.
I think their loss, that Georgia Tech loss, is going to hurt them a little bit. Well,
I'm
if you
talking the
think about
playoffs.
it, the BYU loses. Wait, who did BYU?
Yeah, I don't know what seed they would be. Honestly, I don't.
SMU wins out.
Hey, we slipping on SMU though. I'm looking at their schedule. They beat Pitt was 23 when they beat them. Louisville was 22 when
What
they beat them.
conference is SMU in?
ACC.
Yeah.
Since when?
Yeah, they ACC. That's what I said. I didn't even know. I looked at their wins, and they lost to BYU by 3 points. I wasn't paying attention to them. That's what. See, that's what D80 trying to say when they rank the teams. They schedule actually not bad. Who they've been playing and who they've been beating, and then they only lost to BYU, who was undefeated by 3 points.
This shit sound like a video game. SMU in a fucking power conference.
Man, I'm looking at it, I'm like,
by rights, SMU should be in front of Alabama and Ole Miss and
if it won SEC, if it won SEC, they definitely would be in front of them easy if it was other teams.
Yeah, if their only loss is the BYU, which is
they blew Florida State out, they blew TCU out, they blew they beat Duke, they blew Stanford out. Man, they blew Pittsburgh out.
Florida State out don't count.
Hey, they blew Pitt out too. Hey, they blew Pitt out. They beat Louisville. Man, I'm just saying, they schedule not bad for to be SMU. You think SMU?
Yeah.
And then they lost to BYU, who ranked 5. You know what I'm saying? Who ranked only by 3 points. So they losses to a top 5 team.
There might be some trouble, y'all.
Right.
And it's only by 3 points. No different than Penn State and Ohio State, right? Or I'm just saying, we slipping on them, because we ain't even paying attention to
whoever's picking the playoffs this year is going to get crucified.
Because SMU don't make it. If you look at their schedule, man, the only way, can they play B? No, they can't play BYU. Do we go by the top 2 teams, or because they ain't got no size, right? Because SMU went out, they would play
Miami.
I can't remember how the automatic bids work. I just know that it's going to be bad because a lot of those 1 or 2 of those top 12 teams are going to be in there.
For sure.
Yep.
And they undefeated in their conference at that though. That's crazy.
But then I can't say that because it's legal.
Oh yeah, because BYU not in the SEC. BYU in the Big 12, right? Yeah. So they lost coming to the Big 12, the unranked Big 12 team. So they ain't even lose to nobody in their conference yet.
Yeah,
and they don't even play Miami or Clemson. They get Boston College, Virginia, and Cali left. That's who they got left. So they lose. They can afford to lose one and still make it to the championship.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into let's go NBA, Big Chicken. Let's knock this NBA out because all the other ones are kind of short. So.
Pulling up, pulling up.
Darius Garland, and Garland had 30. Get into the next topic. This year,
and it takes another.
You don't count on.
Who's more likely?
Suns had a
All-Star break. I like the 76. All right, I'm just saying that.
Three.
It was
John Bones Jones beat up. Fuck Colin McKee. What I'm talking about?
oh, that was a dual.
All right, I ain't leaving Miami.
Chicken.
The next coming of quarterbacks might be slim for the next draft.
Do not make me get out my violin and start playing the dirge for you niggas. Okay? Listen. We can start talking this, that, and the third, but what really happened was Quinn Ewers, who I've been tooting this guy's horn for about 2 years now, and Jamar knows this, it's no secret. I was rooting for him to be the top Heisman, top draft pick. I'd like to see him win the Heisman. I would have liked to seen this, in a sense, kind of be a reverse story, you know? And then I can't think of the other quarterback. The Oregon guy.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, this dude is, and he's still lighting it up, by the way. I thought it would be maybe three or four guys that would be competing for the top spot as far as QB. But man, injuries, losses, it's been a hell of a season. And the cream always rises to the top, which is why you have the cream on the screen.
Yeah, the top quarterback so far, and this is based off of CBS Sports NFL pre-draft rankings, has Travis Hunter is the number one player. Then number two was old boy from Michigan, Will Johnson. And then the top quarterback is Cam Ward, then Shador, and then after that, we don't have another quarterback ranked high until we go to Quinn Ewers as the 18th best player.
Oh, go ahead, Cav. But yeah, no, Quinn Ewers up there though. He's a beast, man. But again, those injuries, man, and then when he bounced back throwing the fucking interceptions, man. Oh my gosh, he just
and then the next best quarterbacks are what? You go Jalen Milroe, Carson Beck, Garrett Nussmeier.
They still got Dylan Gabriel all the way down there?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, I think he's is he the best? No, but I don't think he's that bad. He's definitely
they got
better than Carson
Porter
Beck.
for the Dylan Gabriel.
No, that's just straight disrespectful. I don't.
Yeah, they do. Miller Moss from USC might get some looks. I don't know. Jackson, you know what? We're sleeping on Jackson Dart. Isn't he balling out this year? Ole Miss quarterback.
I think his biggest problem was the competition, but then he did really good last game, so I don't know.
But yeah, beating Georgia was a feather in his ball cap. That alone will get him drafted.
Yeah. So yeah, damn, he threw for 500 yards against Arkansas.
Yeah. He has like really baller games, and then he stalls out. He's not really
Ole Miss has no defense, so I mean, he don't have a choice. Like just that team, I don't know. They need some NIL deals on that defense.
Yeah.
But we gotta keep it moving. I gotta get ready to bounce, y'all.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's the rest of this doesn't even matter. You doing tennis?
Oh yeah, shit. We got one. Yeah. I mean, I'm ready. I didn't know if we was gonna do it or not.
Okay.
I normally don't rap about shit like this, but I figured what the hell. Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. Niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride, niggas gon' ride each and every night. The sun don't shine where I stay, niggas getting built in my hood. Every night I'm on my knees looking for a way. Please don't forgive me, I got an AK. Niggas know, the sun don't shine where I stay, niggas getting built in my hood. Every night I'm on my knees looking for a way. Please don't forgive me, I got an AK. Niggas know, don't shine where I stay.
Yo, I want to talk about, just for a brief moment, gotta give congratulations to the WTA Finals 2024 champion, Coco Gauff.
Yeah.
She has 4.8 million reasons to be smiling right now, and salutes to her and everything that she's done in Saudi Arabia to make it to that height. But my focus is actually on somebody that kind of lost. Now, I want to talk about the doubles match in the finals of WTA 2024, where you have my homegirl, Tay Townsend, and her partner, Katerina Siniakova, right, against Ratliff and Dabowski. They fought in the WTA finals. But if you rewind all the way back to Wimbledon earlier this year, it was the same pair fighting for the Wimbledon doubles championship match. But at that time, Tay and KK is what I call them. They won. Held them trophies high and did the damn thing. But last week, oh my gosh. If you would have saw that match, you just knew that Tay and KK was about to win that shit. They're about to take it home. Taylor Townsend hit some of the dopest fucking shots you will ever see in a tennis tournament doubles match. I mean, she hit lollipop shots. She hit what Russell Williams would call moonball shots. I mean, she had George or Kenny Pickens on the sidelines or whatever the receiver name is, just waiting to catch that shit because she was just up in the air. Like, she was on point. Like, she had the speed, the prowess, the grace, and the reaction time. They should have fucking won that finale. But they didn't. So, shouts out to Ratliff and Dabrowski. Y'all won. So, the WTA 2024 finals goes out to them in the doubles championship match. But to me, the fan favorites, the people who were on fire, the people who had the most momentum were, of course, Tay and KK. Now, with that being said, the finals for the women the women's tennis season is pretty much over. But the competition's never done because you have players who still need to rack up points, money, and opportunity to push them into 2025. Now, tennis is not like a regular 9 to 5. So if you ain't in a tennis match, you ain't eating. You're not getting any money. There's no pension. There's no sick days. Ain't none of that shit. So you have to play the game. So fresh off the loss in Riyadh, now you have KK and Tay in Malaga, and they're competing in it's a lesser championship, but it's an opportunity to get some more money and to kind of put some momentum into 2025. Only issue is, this morning, Tay goes on Instagram Live talking about, hey, there's something at my door. And then we're all thinking like, oh, man, it's going to be some trophy, some tennis thing, some cute thing, maybe Coco Golf Center. We don't know what it's going to be. But she opens the door and it's water. It's water pouring into her facility where she's living at because they're having a rain monsoon and it has shut down all the tennis matches. And remember what I said, if you don't swing, oh, no, I'm going to say that. That'd be crazy. If you don't work, you don't eat. And for the opportunity for them is they have to keep working. So Tay and KK are taking this opportunity to constantly get better. But if those matches stop because of weather, political situations, or injury, pretty much your career is on ice. So I just want to put that out there, that these players putting their life on the line being out there, and just by seeing her in that that rain monsoon, oh my gosh. But again, she's one of the best, most talented players in doubles tennis. We want to see her play. We want to see her do her thing. So Malaga, get that shit together. And that's what I got on today's episode for tennis. Salute.
Salute.
Yo, I want to take this time to shout out again the Church League, our Hall of Famer player out there doing his thing, Turan. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Hell yeah.
You got a lot of hard work carrying such a strong league, and the school and these players out there gunning for your head every night because you've been continuous and consistent.
Tough out there, man.
Shouts out to Truth Entertainment Films. If you feel the same, I'll say it. Always say it. We still got things in the work. We're gonna be dropping some more things. Keep y'all abreast of what's going on and what projects we are working on with more things to come down the pipeline.
And shouts out to Conceited on Wildin' Out. We about to make something happen.
Yeah, sweet. So, with that being said, anybody getting shout outs, anything they want to go ahead and promote, talk about before we end the pod?
I'm good my way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody?
Not really. I'm all right.
Madam President of the Major, we still working on it. Wyclef, if you watching this shit, call me, nigga. Let me stop.
Yo, shouts out to Clef. Shouts out to the whole team. Shouts out to Marco. Everybody else out there doing their damn thing. And with that being said, Big Chicken, take us home.
Salute.
Big checks, big deposits. I got it. Hey, run that shit up, Trace. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Run it up. I got it. Big checks with big deposits. Run it up. 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 Big checks with big deposits.